Okay, we are making, gosh, I say that every time.
Good morning from Tennessee.
That's a good one. Okay, there's our video intro. So, as you can see behind me, we laid out all of our plumbing fittings, and then we got all of our PVC pipe over there. So today we are going to start on laying this out. So we're not gonna get any pipe fully installed in this video. We're just gonna lay it all out and kind of show you how we do that. So first things, we're gonna run our trunk line, and what we're gonna do is run our trunk line parallel or 90 degrees basically to the sidewalls. So we'll run it straight across here. That way I don't have to use any funky angles. We can just use 45s and long turn elbows, 45s and 90s basically. I'm not gonna use, I don't think I have any 90s. They're all gonna be 45s, but that way I don't have to use any 22.5s or get crazy with it. So our trunk line is gonna be 13 feet from the back wall over here. It's gonna come out 13 feet. It's basically gonna split those two piers. It's gonna run all the way across to the other side, and on that other side, I'm gonna pop it out and have a clean out on the outside of the house. And then there'll also be a clean out over here behind the garage where the septic tank is. So we'll have two clean outs. It should be more than enough. It's only 64 feet across, and we're just gonna barely go into the garage over there. So first things we gotta do is set a string line up for our 13-foot mark, and then we'll spray paint it. That'll be our baseline, and then we'll have to set up a couple string lines for our walls. Our washer drain is in a wall. Our master bath has the toilet off of the interior wall, so we'll have to mark that. And then the walls for another bathroom about where I'm standing right now, that we'll have to set string lines for that because we'll need to know where to put the toilet drain and that stuff. So we'll get this marked and we'll begin the process. Shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Is that gonna hurt your knees? There you go.
Okay, so you're on over there?
Yeah.
On the post?
Yep.
So we're gonna mark this at 13 feet and put a screw. Okay. Now we'll go to the other end, do the same thing. Good? Mm-hmm. You got your hand all muddy. Yeah, wipe it on the walls now because we're not going to want you to do that when we're in the house. Okay, so where you guys are is where our trunk line's gonna come through. Behind you is where we've been parking the Jeep. So we're gonna go 15 feet past this girt right there that you might be able to see in the camera. And then from there, we'll cut it with two 45s and go out the house where our septic will be behind the house. Code is 10 foot from the building, but we're gonna go 15 feet, so it's a little bit farther out. So I'm just gonna get this line marked all the way down. And then we'll know where to start digging our trunk line. All right, well, the day did not go as planned. So I was short a couple fittings. Well, I wasn't short. I think I got the wrong ones. So we had to run into town. When we do that, it wastes about 2 hours. So then it was early afternoon and I had to get mowing done because I'm supposed to get 2 inches of rain overnight and everything would be wet for a little bit. I literally just finished mowing. I fed the pigs and I fired up the barbecue, and I don't know how well it's gonna pick up here. Let me try to readjust the camera. All right, so the clouds got really dark. There's a severe thunderstorm warning around us. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in our area, not for our area, but around us, maybe like a half hour away. So I don't know what we're gonna get. Hopefully it stays away because, like I said, I just fired up the barbecue and I'd like to finish cooking dinner first. But I guess we'll try to pick it up tomorrow. Hopefully the rain stops at a good hour in the morning, and then we can get some more work done on the plumbing. So we'll see what this storm does and pick it up tomorrow. Well, we got rained out yesterday. We got a ton of rain. It rained all day. I know I'm inside and I probably could work, but typically on rain days I like to try to get stuff done inside, editing and whatnot. And we still got the hole in the roof, so we still get some water in. But I was able to come out here. Where is it? Right here. I got the trench dug about probably more than halfway across the house. It's the start of it. It's definitely not deep enough all the way. I need to figure out how deep to make it. So I'm gonna go run and grab the laser and we'll start here. This is where it's gonna pop out. There's gonna be a clean out. So I'll check it to where my concrete needs to be, and then we'll put it here so we know the starting point. So the first pipe where it goes out the wall will be just at the base of our insulation. So it's basically gonna be 4 inches below the top of that footer. That's where the top of the first pipe will be. And then we'll go 1/4 inch per foot all the way down. And by the time we get over to where it's gonna turn to go out to the septic tank, we should be about 20 inches lower. So give me a lot of digging. When I started yesterday, I thought I should have rented a trencher, but I guess it's a good workout. So I'll go get the laser and then we'll get started. Okay, so I got this zeroed on a post, on my zero post. And now what I did on the back side, I don't know if these numbers pick up too well. There's numbers there. Get rid of the glare. So I found out where it was, and then I moved it up 4 inches, which will essentially bring this, will let me put this down lower. So by doing that, that's the 2 inches for the concrete that's going to be below the footers, and then 2 inches for our insulation. And then by doing that, I could put this here. And then right there on the bottom of that stick, I'll mark it. That's where the top of my pipe needs to be. So that'll just get me started here, and then I'll have to dig out from there, and then I can find 1/4 inch per foot slope, which will be easy with the level. I won't need the laser. So I'll get that marked, and then I'm a little bit high over here still, so I have to dig this out. We'll lay the first section of pipe in, make sure we got 1/4 inch per foot slope, and then what I'm gonna do is frame out or put together this bathroom. and then we'll work our way over, then we'll do the kitchen island, and then we'll just keep going down and down. Started digging that out and realized how much of a pain it was going to be, so I don't know how well you can see it, but went and got a ditch witch for I think it was $130, $135. I think that'll be worth it versus my time for days of digging. I think it'll get down 2 feet, so it'll be nice and quick. So just about back to the house, and then we get this thing unloaded and get started. Well, that should make things easier. Pull these string lines and get set up and start digging. We're cutting through that. That's a big rock. All right, let's try again. Okay, well, as you saw, that ripped right through there, and that saved us a ton of time. We had to go through and dig out a little bit more, but I think these offshoots, I dug this one with a hand shovel, and I think it's going to be easier just to do that with all those versus trying to drive that trencher in. And we still have to dig out a little bit with the trencher anyway. It's only a 4-inch trencher. We got 4-inch pipe. I did think it would go 5 inches wide, but it's really kind of a 4-inch trench. So that one I dug out by hand. We got our first 4-inch drain pipe in here. It goes through the wall. I don't know how well this shows because of that sun right there, but it goes through the wall and there's a clean out on the other side. So here we got to cut it. We're going to install our Y, and then we're going to branch off to each of the different things. So we're just going to dry fit everything right now. We're not going to put any glue on. We're going to dry fit this one. We're going to try to get this one and the kitchen done today. Because we still have to use the trencher. We have to go out the garage and then out the back. So we're gonna try to get that stuff done today while we have that trencher, and we might not have enough time to finish all the rest of the plumbing, but we'll get this pipe cut, we'll install our Y, and then we'll branch off and see how it goes. All right, so first things, we got our Y for the master. 4-inch pipe, 4-inch pipe, it goes off to a 3-inch pipe. So we're just gonna set that about where it needs to go. We're just gonna split this. There's no set point. Mark it. And then we have it marked at the insulation where it goes out, because that's where the clean out will be, the first clean out. So now we'll get this cut. Can you pick that in there? You can go higher. So now, you can slide that in there. Everything is all slippery. Can you try to hold it over here and push it in? Towards me.
Well.
So we got that fitting on. Now we're gonna run up to a 3-inch pipe, which we'll have to measure. So this one will be there. Actually, no, that's not right. This one. Okay, you can see here off that Y, we installed another Y, not a long turn. That goes to the toilet, and we got that installed. There's another Y here which will run over, and that'll be our vent pipe for the toilet. So now we're gonna run for the bathroom sink. So we're just gonna measure 37.5, and then inside of this, all these fittings, it's 1.75 inches. So we just take our measurement from point to point and then add 3.5 inches. So 37.5 plus 3.5 is 41, which I cut it that quickly. And it's right there. So we'll get that put on there. And then we can push it in there. Can you hold that, Vanna, please? Okay, so now that's in, and we can take the level which this is all rough fit right now. So we're at about a 1/2 inch of slope on this. So I don't know how well this picks up. If it doesn't pick up, I'll reshoot it and show you. So on this laser level, the bubble's in the middle, that's flat. And then quarter bubble is a 1/4 inch, half a bubble, 1/2 inch, and so on. So this one's showing right now 1/2 inch, half a bubble. And I guess it's right there. And now we're at a 1/4 bubble. So we are good to go. So now what we'll do is we'll run a 2-inch pipe from here to a 90. So this string line here is our wall behind the sink. So we just need to be on the other side of that wall. Can you check that for me? You see if the tape's there.
It's past the string.
How far?
Like 1.25 inches. There you go.
That's on the string?
Yep.
So it's 48. So we'll go 1/2 inch past. So let's do 49.25 of a 2-inch pipe. So the easiest way we found to cut this is just a metal blade on a Sawzall. So this is gonna have a 90. Shoot, I'm missing one, dang it. We need to put a vent in here. Okay, so I just added a Y. That'll be our vent for the sink. And the vents on these all go before the fixture. That needs to go up. Okay, so you can see here the bubble's just past the line, which means we need to bring this up a little bit. So if we bring it up, you see that move. So just need to add some more gravel under here. And there we are, 1/4 inch, a 1/4 of the bubble. It might be a little much. So we're good there. So none of this is glued together, so it kind of makes it a little bit tough to get exact. All right, I guess that joint was giving us a false reading. There we go, 1/4 inch. So that's done. From here, we'll just have to bring a Y over. And then none of those fittings, or we have to bring the Y over for a vent. We'll run that straight up the wall. I'm missing this elbow over here, or this Y. I got the long turn, but running to the shower, I want just the short one. So we have to get that, and then we'll run our 3-inch pipe to the rest of. We'll run a 3-inch pipe a little ways, run a reducer to 2-inch, and then the 2-inch will go up the wall, and that will be our vent pipe. So the bathroom is mostly laid out. You can see it here. We're gonna run our 4-inch pipe over the rest of the way that we can, and we're gonna have to run in town and get some more fittings. But once we get those, we can pick this back up. Okay, well, we made it back from town. It takes entirely too long and waste a ton of time going to town, but I guess that's the benefit and the negative of living way out in the country. So we got everything we need, and I came back and I finished this up. So I'll go over the first bathroom with you and show you what we got. It's gonna come down. We come into a Y, which it's going the correct way because the flow is gonna be that way. So it branches off to a Y here. There's our toilet drain with a vent going to the outside wall. We come up, go this way. That's a shower. It's got a P-trap on it, and then a vent over the outside wall. Back to this way. Here we're coming over. We're gonna have double sinks, but they just need one drain, and then I'll have a vent here. And then all 3 of those vents, the 2 against the wall will come up. This one will come up into the attic space. They'll come over, they'll get tied together, and then they'll go up into the roof. We were just gonna try to do one vent because I didn't want multiple penetrations coming out of the roof, but this is, what is this pipe, 8 foot?
Yeah.
So this sink vent is 8 foot from the side, and then it's 64 feet all the way across. So that's just a lot of wasted PVC in the attic. It doesn't make sense. So we'll just pop up over there, and then all of those vent pipes we'll tie in and then pop up again over there. So we'll have 2 penetrations through the roof, which it is what it is, I guess. So all of them, have checked them all. They're all 1/4 inch per foot slope. I added another pipe, 4-inch pipe here. We started digging out. The trencher had no gas in it, so we got gas when we went to town. So I'm gonna jump back on that trencher. I gotta finish trenching this. We gotta go out into the garage and then outside. I'm gonna get both of those trenched out because that's getting late in the day and that thing's gotta go back tomorrow morning, first thing. So we have to glue those pipes together, but I wanna get everything laid out. I was gonna just glue those ones, but decided against it. So someone is not wanting to be in the carrier. She wants to get out, but if she gets out, all those fittings will end up who knows where. So anyway, I'll get those glued once we get the rest of the stuff laid out. But that's where we're gonna leave this video. And then next video, we'll get the rest of this plumbing in. My hope is that we can get it in and get it inspected, so we'll know if we have to make any changes to anything. But I guess we'll find out if there's enough time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.